can you edit that once you get started with, once you get it done, then you edit it, or do you have to?
No.
Alright, you need to look serious because we got to scan the audience. There
You
you
need
go.
to take that darn hat off. You should put your teeth in.
Well, I'm not gonna be talking more longer.
Did you scan us?
Already do.
Oh my gosh.
Today I'd like to commemorate Ivy Tech Community College and their faculty. Over the last 2.5 years I've been a student at Ivy Tech, and I've had the privilege of meeting and being a student of some of their instructors. These instructors and faculty members are worthy of mention because of the impact they've made on me over these last 2 to 2.5 years. The first person I'd like to discuss is Professor Russell Moore. First day of class I had with him, he was my anatomy and physiology teacher. We all were sitting there, and he was giving his own introduction for himself, and he told us, he said, don't ever let a letter grade tell you who you are. He said the letter grade is nothing more than just an assessment of what you're able to do at that given point in your life. He said it doesn't make you who you are just because you don't get a good grade or what you think you should get. And that resonated with me, and that made a big impact on me. It really showed me that he wasn't interested in people just wanting to excel at that point in their life, but he was wanting them to see the bigger picture for themselves and their future. He was the type of person, he had a gift. You just felt more intelligent just by being around him because he was such a great instructor. No matter what your goals were, he made you feel that you could meet them, no matter how big they were, and that meant a lot to his students. And I know he's still making that same impact today for his students. The second person I'd like to mention would be Stanley Fulpagar. He was my chemistry teacher. He was such a joyful man to be around all the time, no matter what time of day it was or where he was at. He always had a smile on his face, and he was just a great person. He made his students feel as if no matter what kind of questions you have, no matter if we're in class or not, you can call me and we will talk over the phone. And there was instances where I actually called him on a Saturday and a Sunday afternoon because over my homework, and of course I apologized to him for bothering him. He said that's not a problem. Anytime you need help, please call me because that's what I'm here for. And that meant a lot to me to know that an instructor would take time on his off days where he could spend time with his family, and he would sit on the phone with me and discuss my homework to help me. Third person I'd like to talk about is Roberta Dooley. She is not an instructor, she is a counselor, and she's also over the scholarship program at Ivy Tech. She was always there for me to help me with my applications for my scholarships. She would make personal phone calls to me to update me on my status of my scholarship. If I had missed one little thing here or there, she wouldn't hesitate to call me and let me know. She even gave me extensions sometimes for the deadlines because she knew that, that I wanted to receive the scholarship, and she'd be willing to do what it took to see that my application made it in on time. And because of that, I did receive 2 scholarships, and it was largely because of her. And the second scholarship I received, I probably wouldn't even have filled out for it, but she caught me in the hallway and she said, hey, why don't you put in for the scholarship? And I told her, I said, it's probably already too late. She said, no, just give it to me by Friday and I'll make sure that it gets in and gets reviewed. And I ended up receiving it, and I can't thank her enough for that. The last person I'd like to discuss is June Tackett. All these other people were instructors that I had before I entered the nursing program. June is actually a nursing clinical instructor. She's worthy of mention because she just had the attitude of, she was a hard nose, but she was also soft. And I had her from my very first semester in clinical, and she was very hard nosed. And we thought, well, she's just trying to weed out the weak people. And as I got to know her a little bit more, I got to see a softer side of her. But yet, when we were at clinicals, she would show the hard side of herself. And towards the end of my RN transition, I had her once again in clinical. And I asked her, I said, June, why are you so hard on us? I said, you seem like you're easy to get along with sometimes, but sometimes it's just like you're ready to bite our head off. And she said, well, she said, I need to prepare you guys for the real world. She said, because once you get your own license and you're a nurse on your own, it's you and your license, and that's it. I'm not going to be standing there over you, watching you, and you're not going to have somebody else there to hold your hand. She said that your nursing license is being monitored by your Indiana Department of Nursing or wherever state you're licensed in. They're not there to hold your hand and help you. They're there to mediate your license and make sure that you are practicing competently. They are not your friend. She said, I need to prepare you guys for what it's really going to be like. And because of that, I commended her for that, because that's really, she kind of treated us like a mom, kind of that hard love, and that was very important to me. So if anyone is ever considering going to school anywhere, I would urge that you would look at Ivy Tech Community College, because they do have caring faculty. Their instructors do care about their students, and it's because of that I want to commemorate them today.